Is it on?
Oh yeah, it's on.
No. Sup, y'all?
How you been? It's been a while.
It has been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've been...
Hot minute.
We dropped the ball a little bit still.
We did, but you know what? We're back, we're better, we're stronger.
Facts.
Get me? So it's okay, you can have time out to yourself.
You can still. Just come back.
I don't know about you, like, people have been wondering where I am. I'm like, don't
Yeah,
need
same.
to know.
Just don't message me, I don't want to chat to no one right now.
Right?
Yeah, but you gotta come out back into the world.
We also have to hold our mics today because I forgot the stand.
Yep.
Clip.
So, it's what it is. It's more comfortable this way anyway, so.
I know, right? Hopefully it's not like in and out sounding.
Yeah. I think it probably will be because we're like...
I know, we're just like, hi guys!
Today's episode is basically our points and basics of how to start a clothing brand. And we thought we'd do this episode because...
Stop swinging your mic.
I
I can see it in the corner of my eye. Guys, sir.
I thought we'd do this episode because we're coming to the end of season 1 and we thought we might just put out something that's very informative and hopefully help other people watching and if they want to start a clothing brand.
Yes, we're going to give you lots of points. And this is a very detailed way of starting your clothing brand because a lot of people literally just go over like a couple points that everyone already knows and we're like, what are we supposed to do with that information? Like, we're going to give you something that people do not tell you for free. So make sure you listen.
Yeah, it might be a bit long still, but just grab a notepad and just take notes and get ready.
It will be bullet pointed. I always go like mid accent. It will be bullet pointed down in the description as well.
Yeah, and some of the information that we're going to reference, we will have them on screen. So it's easier for you guys to see at the same time. Because I know a lot of people, when they're watching something, they just open a new tab and just type in the website straight away instead of writing it down. So we'll do that as well.
So cool, yeah.
We're going to get started. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Follow us on all platforms.
A little click for you, but it does a lot for us. The first point of starting a brand, basically, I would say is identifying your target audience and working on your business plan. I would say identify what is needed in the market and position yourself to fill that gap. Think about the market and that's not being filled, basically. Like, obviously think about what's out there, what's everyone doing, because a lot of people are copying each other. So I would say just do that off the bat and get yourself out there. Don't worry too much about don't
worry. It will be okay.
Don't worry too much about the type of clothing you're gonna go into. So I would say if it's like, street, hoodie or formal or a unique fit, just pick one and just go with it.
It's really important to have a target audience and you need to identify your target audience as well because obviously older people are going to go for something completely different or people who are into like more, what do you call that clothing, like rock clothing? What's that?
Punk.
It's actually probably the most important step. I would say alongside your logo. Don't judge my setup.
I just look at it.
We don't have a mic stand, but
cool. Improvise.
Comfortable.
For a woman.
Yeah, you don't always want it to be the most unique thing either because if you don't have customers, then no one's going to buy your shit. Find out the pros and cons of the different demographics as well because at least then you can break down who you want to go for.
True. Moving on. So business plan. I know a lot of people stress over business plan.
I hate it.
It's not that
so
serious.
long.
It's not that serious, to be honest. A lot of people feel stagnant because they don't have a business plan. I would say just have a plan in it though. Like, forget the business plan for now. You can work on your business plan while you're building your brand. A lot of people think because they don't have the business plan done, they have no direction. I know it gives you direction, but a plan can just give you direction as well. It doesn't have to be a business plan that involves like finance, marketing, blah, 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 all that stuff. Personally, from my experience, I think a business plan it's only useful if you're basically going to investors and like the banks. Apart from that, you can just make a plan of what you're going to do and that's it. You don't need to go all deep in dissecting like profit margins and cost of goods and this and that. Like you only need that if you're gonna present that to an investor. So I would say just work on the business plan while you build a brand, and you will take time. Just work on it like once a month, and just casually just build while the brand build, and just take your time, man.
I feel like you figure it out as you go along too. I feel like people stress too much. Like, oh my God, like I need to make sure I know this. Like, don't get me wrong, the business plan is important, but don't stress about it because you have other things to focus on. Like, this business is your baby. Don't worry about that business plan. Like, it's just in the back, just in case that you can refer back to it. Or like you said, if you want to go to investors.
Which I don't advise, but yeah.
They're such a pain in the bum. Oh my God. And they're not nice either. I don't know about you. I've been to one before and they're nasty people. They're not friendly.
No, they're not. Because money in it. They're not there to be friendly.
But so what? You don't need to be a pig about it. Like, we're all human.
The business world is not nice. It's not a nice place.
I don't get why though. Maybe they're all like aliens.
Because it's like kill or be killed, isn't it? Like everyone's a shark. Everyone's out. They smell blood. They're gonna come for you. They think a lot of people will take advantage of someone if they think I can make money off of you. I'm gonna come for you, and yeah. So it's basically kill or be killed. Blood in the water.
Don't be that person.
Yeah, but you don't get a lot of people nowhere, to be honest. But
it
does get people to the top. Some people, but it pays off. It better put it this way. It better if people respect you than fear you, you know. So.
It's true. I do get where it's coming from, but it's really, do you have to? Is there a ghost in here?
Probably.
Jesus.
Name of your brand. So think of a catchy name for your brand. Something that's not overused. Something that is unique. Something that will outlast hype. A lot of brand. I'm not gonna name anyone off the bat, but a lot of brand they follow hype and they follow trend. I would say brainstorm.
Trap.
Come up with the...
Trap.
I'm coming.
Sorry, I got really excited.
Brainstorm with some names and work your way down. Make sure the name is marketable as well. And there's quite a few brand that is saturated at the moment. So everyone's, obviously because of Trapstar, everyone's running for the trap this, trap that. And there's also drip. Everyone's drip this, drip that. There's like, I know about 7 drip brands.
I swear people call themselves that as well.
Yeah, so think of something that's unique, outlast time, marketable, and catchy. So, yeah, that's my advice on a brand name.
Stand out to everybody else. That bricks... Oh. I'm not saying anything. Don't worry, just tell me.
That one just came out, innit?
That literally slipped out. It's fine. Ignore me.
Right, cool.
So you want to figure out the direction that your clothing is going in. Like, do you want to do streetwear, formal, professional? Pick one and kind of like the type as well. Because you can do streetwear, but there's different types of streetwear and different types of formal wear. So just make sure you do have a plan and figure out what you want to do. And obviously that falls back to your target audience too. Like, what do they want? What are you trying to target within that audience?
Test the market.
For sure. Dip your toes in that water. Did that sound a bit creepy? So we can't stress enough, you need to have a logo, because your logo is gonna identify who you are, as well as it's gonna associate everything that your brand is to you. So just make sure you really do have a logo, a solid logo that you're gonna stick with, because I feel like that's one thing we kind of, I don't want to say struggled with, but over time we wanted to change.
Yeah.
And it was really difficult.
It was because
really hard.
You got also think about the logo being easy to process when it comes to like design wise as well. So it can get really difficult and complicated and really costing.
That's the thing as well. You need to make sure that when it gets printed or you want to do embroidery, that is easy to print, because sometimes if you go for something that's like way too complicated, it's going to be more expensive and too complicated to do. So just make sure you do pick something that is simple, unique, easy, and I think you'll be good.
Memorable as well.
Memorable. Make sure you do take your time with this process. We'll take a lot of time to do. We spent ages picking out loads of different logos for ourselves. Like, we came up with like 100 different designs.
Yeah, we did. We had loads. We had like I've never seen so much type of S's in my life, to be honest.
No, it was fucking crazy. Some of them were complicated, some of them were simple, like some of them were long words.
Some of them are ugly.
Yeah, some of them were really nice.
True.
So if we think of like Adidas and Nike, we already know what that logo associates with. So once we see it, we're like, oh, we know who that is. So you need to make sure that that happens with your brand too.
Let's make it unique. After you've come made your decision and all of that, and deciding your logo, sketch out, draw it, whatever. Think about trademark. So the name of your brand, which is, I think, is important, because at this stage, even if you haven't spent so much money on getting all those things done before, which basically you can do yourself, so you haven't really wasted any money. It's good to see if your brand is trademark, because you don't want no legal issues, and going further investing, that'll be all a waste of money. I've been a victim of that, not gonna lie. Trademark is basically a symbol or a word legally registered to establish as a representation of a company or product. That's what trademark basically is. If you're in the UK, you can trademark your brand name, your logo at www.ipo.gov.co.uk. After you've done that, your trademark's available. I would say set up your website, and there's various platforms you can do that, which is like GoDaddy, Shopify, Squarespace, Wix, WooCommerce, BigCommerce. There's loads of them. I would say Shopify is the best option, because it kind of has so much apps integrated with it, and it's the best for basic an e-commerce site. It just gives you so much option and flexibility with the bill as well, and they offer so much theme instead of getting it custom built. So I would say Shopify is the best one.
Was Shopify the first one we used?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah, Shopify's fucking amazing. Like when we switched over to a different one, I was kind of sad, because it's actually so good how easy it is to do things. And the thing is, like, once you get used to it, like, at the beginning you're gonna be like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
But it's so quick to get used to and use. And the customization is so simple, and you can do things yourself. Like, you're not limited a lot of the time when you go to different ones. You can only do certain things, and it's really annoying. It's like, why the hell would you even design something like this? But they do it. So yeah, we're definitely
Shopify, I'm telling you, this is the best platform
for sure.
No
promo, not sponsored.
Yeah, we're not sponsored. Once you've you pick your platform, I would say go to check and purchase your domain name. So you can do this again on GoDaddy, Google Domains, 123reg.co.uk, and 101 IONS. I've used 101 IONS, that's what mine is on. And basically, once you purchase your domain, so say if your brand is called getmoney.com, so you just go there, type in getmoney.com, it tell you how much it costs each month, or you pay for it yearly, purchase it. Then go back to your platform, which is Shopify, Wix, or whatever, and connect your domain, and it will have a section in the setting to connect domain. So once you connect it, then boom, anyone that types in getmoney.com goes hosted by Shopify, goes straight to Shopify, and boom, there you go, website sorted.
Sorry,
Getting comfortable.
Yeah. So the designs for your clothing, this is going to be one that will take a lot of time. But once you nail it, you're good. So we'd recommend using either Photoshop or AI, which you can either download yourself or outsource it. These can cost around £20 a month, or you can pay for it yearly. You can either get this on PC or laptop, or you can use Procreate on your iPad, which is really good for illustration, and they have loads of other different things that you can use. It's really, really useful. If you want something simple and don't want to actually pay for anything, there is actually a free website that is called Photopea.
But Photopea, same thing.
Photopea is so much cuter. We were having a conversation about this earlier. So it's Photopea or photopea.com. Really cute name. I love it. So if you're not willing to pay money, or you just kind of want to play around, you can use that website.
I would advise you to watch YouTube videos on them anyway, like Photoshop, Illustrator, and even Procreate. I think it's crucial to know some knowledge of your designs, because you save a lot of money and time in doing so. Because I used to sketch things out, and then I used to try design it on like these programs, which I did to a certain extent, but eventually I start outsourcing because it saves a lot more time. But in that aspect, when it saves time, if you know how to design to a certain level, you can send it to a designer to finish it off, which is going to cost you less than them designing it from scratch.
For sure.
So I would say definitely know some level of design because it's going to benefit you more. But to be honest, design is all about your creativity, and we're not going to go too much into that. So that's down to you, what you bring to life. But I would say, yeah, watch some tutorials on some of these programs just to get your foot in the water and just get going.
So what kind of print do you want? You need to figure out what kind of print you do want, because some of them are quite expensive, some of them are a lot cheaper. Personal favorite, embroidery. Oh my god. Embroidery is absolutely lovely. It's very high end, but it can be quite pricey, especially if you want to do embroidery that is of a large scale. Nike clearly have the funds to do embroidery freaking everywhere. I have it here too. It is very high quality, I can't lie, and the colouring is so vibrant. So there is cheaper ones though. We would suggest they are more simple too, so we would suggest heat transfer vinyl, DTG or DTF. They're just ones that we personally have used and suggest to you, but there are so many out there
to get started with. I would say
yeah,
focus on those four in particular. If you're focusing on printing,
obviously the further you do go on with your brand, the more expensive that print can get. But if you're obviously just starting off, just keep it simple. There's no need to go to the most expensive thing. Just like we said, test the water, see what works for you, see if you like it as well, because there's nothing worse than ordering a bunch of stuff and it comes to you and you're like, what the hell is this? So just be careful.
On to our last point of the video.
Lovely manufacturers.
Manufacturers. When people hear that, they get stress level rises. But first off, I would say make up your mind on what you're going to do with the brand. Is it going to be a pre-order thing or is it going to be a pre-made thing? A pre-order is obviously when you set up your products, get your stuff designed, get it to a manufacturer, they send you samples, pay for your samples, X, Y, and Z. Samples have come expensive.
Oh, Jesus.
Samples have arrived. Now you've done some product photography, put in your website, put in your social media, and then you're marketing to people. If it's your size you ordered, wear it to events that you're going, tell people about it. They pre-order. Make sure people know what pre-order means, because older people don't really know that it's going to take 3 to 4 weeks for your product to arrive. Or go the pre-made route. A lot of brands do the pre-made route, but that's if you already have the money on hand to splash like 2 bags. Depends on your order quantity, to be honest, what you're going to do. With the pre-order, obviously the money that people order, that's what you're going to take and pay your manufacturers, and then bring the product and then send it to them. But pre-made is a lot quicker, so a lot of brands do that. So it comes between 3 to 4 weeks, and well, it could be early as well. And pre-order comes basically 4 to 6 weeks. So pick your heart. Basically.
Pick your poison.
Picking a manufacturer.
That's gonna be loud.
I know. Picking a manufacturer is can be a bit nuisance. To be honest.
It takes hours.
It takes
weeks.
Days, hours, weeks. I'm not gonna lie. Don't get discouraged, to be honest. Just work with it and do your research on the manufacturer. You might have to spend a little bit of money on getting samples from a few different manufacturers, because obviously you're trying to see the quality of stuff. I would say when you find a good manufacturer, stick with that person, even if they do like mistakes or anything like that. Try and work it out, instead of constantly like no changing, because I'm a victim of that, to be honest. I've changed, but it's also good to have multiple manufacturers in case this person doesn't have what you have, or he's run out, or X, Y, and Z. So, but I'd say just take your time with the manufacturers.
For sure. Just be careful with giving them all your details in the beginning as well, because they will literally come for you. That's another thing that they will literally bombard you with like, oh my god, are you gonna order all this, all that, and they'll keep sending you like
I'm waiting, friend. I'm waiting.
Honestly, like, hi friend, we have this in stock for you, and we're like, we're okay. We were only just browsing. So the ones that you can start off is, everyone knows that Alibaba. It's a really good website. It's obviously got a wide range of clothing, and you can actually find different clothing from different countries too. I personally thought it was only clothes or manufacturers, from China, but Wxyde actually told me that you can filter it and get other manufacturers from different countries like Turkey, Cambodia,
yep.
You said Colombia before, innit?
I was thinking of other products.
Can you find Pakistan on there?
A few manufacturers from Pakistan's on there.
So just go on the filter and have a look and just filter everything that you can. It'll make your life a lot easier, and it will take a lot less time rather than you keep scrolling for your life. Another thing is you have to look out for MOQ, so the minimum order quantity. A lot of them are really high. So just watch out for that. You don't want anything too high. You want to kind of find somebody who's starting off with a really low MOQ, because you don't want to be ordering massive stock that firstly you don't know that's going to sell.
Test the product first. For
sure. And also you don't want massive stock that you don't know where to hold. Do you know what I mean?
True.
So just be a little bit careful with that. Just don't spend thousands on stock. Make sure that you have, or the manufacturer has a lemon. When life gives you lemons.
Make products.
Bruh, I don't know what is wrong with my brain. Anyway, yeah, just test the waters. Honestly, I'm just gonna stop talking.
Okay, cool. You can find manufacturers other places as well. Like on Instagram or Facebook, you can find them. They're everywhere.
Just be careful. Instagram.
But most of them are based in Pakistan. A few in Bangladesh and India. But
that's so annoying.
Be careful, because there is a lot of scammers on there. I'm not gonna lie.
They use other people's freaking, like the big manufacturers. Wxyde was showing me this. The big ones, the small ones use their pictures and then like scam people with the quality.
So
and it's not the same.
One of them caught me like that still, but the quality wasn't terrible. But he did catch me same way. I'm not gonna lie.
It's mad.
So I was a bit pissed with that, but yeah. So just be careful of the scammers, and sometimes they won't even send your product to you. So
that's another.
Be careful of that as well.
Another thing.
Pakistan is good. Don't get me wrong. There's good manufacturers there. There's reliable one, people you can trust. But it's obviously you got your bad apples in it. But the
rotten ones, not bad, they're rotten.
But
they still got a worm reel in them.
That's true. Pricing is good for Pakistan. The pricing is a lot cheaper than say China.
Why'd you say it like that? China.
Because China China violated after the pandemic, bruh.
They really did. Their taxes mad. You know, AliExpress,
violated.
You used to get hairbands for like 40p. They're still 40p now, but their tax would then ramp it up to like £2. And I'm like, bro, I remember before the pandemic, I used to pay 50p 100 pack of hairbands. Same with gym leggings. Them lot think they can charge £25 for a pair of gym leggings just because they got Gymshark. I'm like, bro, humble yourself. You were never like that anyway. That's a different story that isn't part of this video. Sorry, right?
That's cool.
I had to get that off my chest.
It's cool. I can see you hold on to that one. There's nothing wrong with going China, but Pakistan and Bangladesh and that part of Asia is a lot cheaper. But that being said, overall quality, they don't top China, to be honest. There's a few countries that is on that level, but overall their quality is still the best.
You gotta weigh your pros and cons.
You can also find, like Simi said, on Alibaba, but when you go on Alibaba, the reason like a lot of manufacturers like from Pakistan and all that is not really on there as much as a lot from China. So with Alibaba, I would advise you to go for manufacturers that are verified. and that have trade assurance. So verified, it tells you how much they've been approved by the site, by Alibaba. And trade assurance is basically your money's insured. So if your product is late, if it's damaged, if it's designed wrong or manufactured wrong, they give you a full refund, or they manufacture the whole entire patch for you and send it to you again, free of charge, nothing. So that's the good thing about Alibaba as well. They have you covered if you pick the right manufacturer.
That's really amazing. It protects you as a customer.
It actually came in handy with me one time as well.
Especially if you're starting out, that's going to happen. We hope it doesn't happen to you, but it does happen to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So just be really careful, especially if they know you're a newbie as well. They might try and take the piss. So
just get your knowledge up before you start deciding to send your money to other people.
And that's why we're here to help you.
Yeah. So I think that is it for manufacturers. To be honest, I just shop around, domestic, international, and just do your research. Ask other brands as well. And a lot of manufacturers say, "Yeah, but we designed for this brand." Message that brand, ask them. Some of them will get back to you, some of them won't, because they don't want you to have their manufacturers. A lot of brands don't advertise their manufacturers because, to be honest, they wouldn't. Innit? No clothing brand like doing that, because it's like I'm giving away my standard and quality. They're not gonna do that. But yeah, I would say just do your due diligence and take it from there.
So this is actually just part one of our video. There is another second half. There is more information that we want to share with you and make sure that you're up to date and knowledgeable of all of this. So we hope you've enjoyed this part one. Like I said, we are going to put some bullet points and website links in the description so you don't have to do it all yourself. But yeah, we hope you've enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
We've had some giggles.
Yeah, it's been a fun episode. Thank you for watching. Again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Follow us on all platforms.
And also, leave in the comments if you the points we Simi's not gonna like this, but the points we mentioned in this video. If you want us to go in more details on each point, let us know in the comments.
Okay, I'm not too mad at that. I just stutter a lot. And sometimes I just don't get it, but it's fine.
We get there.
No one's perfect.
Facts, 100. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your week, your day. And we'll catch up with you very, very soon. Take care.
Peace.
Bye.
Fucking hell.